parsha this week is Emor, and it starts off addressing the issue of who is able to be a Kohen, also how the Kohanim should dress and their physical attributes to the Kohen. So we might wonder, what's all this concern about the Kohen? Why do we care if he's dressed properly, if he's physically able to do his job? And the answer is to remember something important about the Kohen. He represents the Jewish people, and he also represents he represents the Jewish people to God, and represents God to the Jewish people. This is something important to remember. How you dress and how you look is as important as the message. Marshall McLuhan, I think, wrote a book back in the 60s that the medium is the message. Uh, we have to realize that our leaders have to look good and they have to behave in a proper way, both of which are very important. In fact, in Europe, there are many communities, not just in Europe but also in America, where one of the things in the budget for the rabbis was a clothing, that they should look good, they should have good clothing. This is not just true for the rabbis, also for the king. The king in Israel had to have a haircut pretty much every day so he would look good. Much like, say, the President of the United States, the White House has two professional barbers on staff so that the president always looks good because he represents the American people to the world and the world to the American people. So same thing with the Kohanim, but their job is even harder. Their job is they represent, like I said, they represent God to the Jewish people. People look to them as spiritual leaders, and this is important. So, it's not enough that they do the right thing, but they look the part. And that is the reason the Torah spends so much time discussing their physical appearance so that people do not get confused. Something to think about.